Cavs now have a 3-0 series lead. It's the second buzzer beater of these playoffs. Let's take a listen to LeBron on the shot.
The ability to have, different things in my toolbox and the repertoire that I have. That's just another, instance in that game where I had an opportunity to go to something I practice or kind of mess around with and tinkering shots and things and finding angles and things of that nature. So I think that's what it just boiled down to. The level of difficulty of that shot, it is very difficult. Don't try it at home, Jeff. Tie game, down one, or whatever the case may be. I live for those moments.
Shannon, how impressive was that shot?
Very impressive. And I recommend, Skip Bayless, you don't try that at home. But I'm going to try this on air. Skip, that is as good a shot you'll see in that moment. Now, remember, at one point in time in that game, in the fourth quarter, Cleveland had a 14-point lead. But Toronto caught 5 from 3. And they made 7 of 11 and was able to get back in the ball game. And so here we are. There's a big difference in being 2-1 and 3-0. Because this is what you know, Skip. You know if you win that game, you're going back to Toronto with an opportunity to come back to Cleveland again. And LeBron James said, nah, because the narrative all year long, Joe, because if I'm not mistaken, you can go check his timeline. Who is going to close for the Cavaliers now that Kyrie Irving is in Boston? Who is going to be the closer? And I've said this all along. I said the greatest thing, when you have a transcendent player, and he's playing alongside a up-and-coming superstar, which Kyrie Irving is and has become, to naturally say, you know what, to appease this young man and to watch him steadily grow, I'm willing to suppress who I naturally am because LeBron James is an apex predator. He is an alpha male. And while everybody was thinking, well, he's afraid, he doesn't want that moment, he's passing to Kyrie, no. I know what I can do. I'm going to let Kyrie, go do you. I'll stand in the corner. But you know what, Skip? Because when he hit a shot like this in the regular season, everybody said, well, let's see him do it in the playoffs. Okay, he did you one better. Come playoff time, not only did, first of all, in that regular season game, Skip, not only did he block Jimmy Butler's shot, he hit the game-winning shot. But you say, oh, that is nothing. That's the regular season. Who cares about a game, Joy, that's being played in late March, early April? Nobody cares about a game like that. Let's see what he does to the playoffs. Okay, he goes into the playoffs. He hits that shot. Not only did he hit the shot, Skip, what happened? He blocks Victor Oladipo's shot, hits the game when
it was goaltending. You can't take credit for a goaltend.
Joy, is it my time?
It was a goaltend.
Is it my time?
Well, come on. Just
reclaiming my time.
Just stay with the facts, okay? And I'll be good.
The fact of the matter is that LeBron James blocked Victor Oladipo's shot. He hit a game-winning 3. They said, but someone told me that was the first time he had hit a game-winning playoff shot since 2015. So it's been 3 years, Joy. LeBron says, so you want to see it with a greater regularity. You want to see it come with greater frequency. Okay, how about this right here? Boom, boom. See, here's the thing what makes this so unbelievable. Name the time that a team will say, okay, we're going to take a timeout. Instead of advancing the ball to the front court, we're going to leave it in the back court. Because, see, what they were going to do in Ty Lue, this is why Ty Lue one step ahead. He knew they would probably trap LeBron and make him give the ball up. But when they brought the ball in from the length of the court, how do you trap him? Do you really want to put 2 guys on LeBron? He get the ball and throw it ahead and either get a 4-on-3? No, you don't want that, Skip. So they couldn't trap him. Kevin Love gave him just the right amount of pick, enough space, because they did everything right. The book on LeBron, I wrote it down. Make him go left. Make him go left. They did it. O.J. Anobe did exactly what he wanted to do. He made him go left, Skip. And lo and behold, going at that rate of speed, 6'9", 260 pounds, speed, velocity, strength at its apex. How was he able to get the ball in one hand? Tim Duncan was the greatest guy I've ever seen shoot the ball from any distance and bank it in. This thing was Kiss. This thing was Kiss. Oh, what was the guy? Gettleman said Saquon Barkley was Kiss from God. Just Kiss. Drake got a song, Joy, called God's Plan. But sometimes God's plan don't coincide with LeBron's plan. And something got to give, Skip. And guess what game on Saturday? Oh, Skip, that was unbelievable. It's not fair. It's not fair that you heard what he said. He said, you talking about his bag. He said, I got a toolbox. He said, I went in that toolbox. He started tinkering. What can I get? You know he had 16 of the 26 points the Cavs had. He had that in the fourth quarter. Oh, Skip. And he, as high as he jumped, the momentum, because do you realize the degree of difficulty? I think the check judge gave him a 10.0 because that's how the degree of difficulty it was. Skip, this is very impressive. But I'm not surprised. So now, George, this is what we know. He said, stick to the facts. Skip Bayless said, Shannon, I want you to stick to the facts. LeBron James in his playoff career has taken more last-second shots than Michael Jordan. LeBron James has hit more game-winning shots in his playoff career than one Michael Jordan. He has more buzzer beaters than the two of the greatest clutch players. Modern-day people say Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, the two greatest clutch players we've ever seen. But LeBron James has more buzzer beaters in the playoffs than both of those combined.
Joy, is the show over yet?
No
Wonder.
Skip!
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Huh?
It's your turn. I'm just going to sit over here with my man being old bro. Go ahead, Skip. Your turn.
So he hits one crazy shot against the pathetic Toronto Raptors. I told you they were pathetic. They're sorry. They're fraudulent. Get them out of my sight. Call it off. I wish they didn't play tonight because it's not fair to Toronto to even play the game tonight.
Why?
Because it's over. You know it's over, and I know it's over, and they know it's over.
That's why we play the game.
Back to the shot. I'll get to Michael Jordan a little later, but back to this shot. The only good thing I can say about this shot is it went in, and it was a big deal at that point to me because I picked the Cavs to sweep. So I wanted him to make some kind of shot, just not that shot, because that shot was so wrong on so many levels that the more I think about it, the worse it gets. And I'm going to, again, I'll echo LeBron's quote that we just saw. The level of difficulty on that shot was extremely difficult. Don't try that at home. Boom. Thank you very much for summing it up for me, King, because it was absurdly difficult, and it did not have to be. Let's start from the start. Ty Lue actually made a head coaching decision. I'm with you. That was, dare I say, brilliant. That was shocking to me because I didn't think of that. I didn't see it coming, and neither did Dwayne Casey, because he's telling his kids in the timeout, and he's got kids out there, let's trap him and take the ball out of LeBron's hand in the half court.
Correct.
In the half court. And Ty Lue says, let's just go full. You're going to go full?
I was thinking what you were thinking. Why would you not advance the ball?
Because it's in the rule book. It's like a freebie. It's
Yes.
like, here, you can advance it to half court.
Yes.
And he said, no, I got that 6'9" guy. Why not let him get a full head of steam?
That is exactly what he said.
So a curveball is thrown at Toronto that knocks them off balance right from the start of the play because they're not sure what to do. So the quote-unquote trappers are a rookie from Indiana who went 23rd in the first round, Anunoby, and Siakam, a second-year player who's still just trying to figure out how to play NBA basketball.
Right.
Those are the two kids who are supposed to trap LeBron. And Siakam, and I can't condemn him for this, he starts to go trap, and then he's looking around like, I don't think I should be doing this full court. Yeah, I better not leave my guys. So he doesn't really go hard to trap.
Correct.
So LeBron has a pretty easy, quote unquote, escape. And here he comes, full speed ahead. Is there any more imposing sight, maybe in the history of basketball, than 6'9" LeBron James, full speed running full court?
No.
I just don't know. We all agree he could have been a tight end in your game. He could have been a Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
A lot bigger Shannon Sharp, maybe just a red zone target, but he could.
Gronk.
Yeah, he could have been Gronk because I'm pretty sure he's at least as fast as Gronk. He might be faster.
Yeah.
So here he comes full speed on Anunoby. So let's think about this. This is the guy I always tell you is the greatest driver of the basketball in NBA history, the greatest attacker of the basket I've ever seen. That includes Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Is this guy, 6'9" LeBron James? because nobody, as we saw repeatedly throughout this series and in this game, they just can't keep him from the rim. So let's think about what's going on here. Ibaka has been taken out of the game for Siakam. Why? I'm not so sure, because if I'm Dwayne Casey, I'm going to leave Ibaka in the game just to man the lane.
He had blocked like 3 shots.
He had. So he takes him out, and he takes out DeMar DeRozan. And by the way, it had degenerated so badly for Toronto. Their best player is DeMar DeRozan, right?
Yes.
He's not playing the whole fourth quarter because he's just gone into a funk. And his coach says, I'm done with you. You sit and watch. So he is one of their better defenders, right?
He stopped the final 2 minutes of the third in the entire fourth.
He did. Okay, so he's gone.
Yes.
So now you bring in C.J. Miles to guard Kyle Korver and the 2 kids, and there's not even Ibaka. So the tallest guy on the floor is Siakam at 6'9", and he's not even in LeBron's ballpark. I know he's as tall as LeBron, but as physical. So all of a sudden, it's a super highway to the basket. And I tweeted this, so I first guessed it. Just shoot the free throw. All you need is 1 free throw to win the game, because the safe play, the money play, the conservative play, the one that's sitting on a silver platter is just drive it down the lane, and you might be able to dunk it, because I don't think anybody on the floor for Toronto could stop you from slamming.
Do you believe in that situation? Because now we've heard they let them play the last second. They don't want to be the one to determine in the game. Do you believe they're going to call a foul in that moment?
With those guys on the floor, I do. I believe that it's about 60-40. He's just going to dunk it, and the game's going to be over. Okay. He's got a step on Anunoby going to his right, and suddenly he slows slightly, and he crosses him over to go left, because we always hear LeBron wants to go left. Once upon a time,
right.
No, he wants to go left in the last second.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and Michael Jordan once took a little bit of a shot at LeBron and said, I'm just paraphrasing, I could guard him in any of those situations because I just know he's going to his left, and I would play him to go to his left. So Anunoby switches back, and he played him okay going to his left. But what is going on in this game, as has happened in many games, the free throw shooting demons have started to gnaw at LeBron's psyche, because he had made his first 9 in this game. And then what happened with 2:38 left in the fourth quarter, and then with 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter, LeBron missed late game free throws. So the demons are back, and he's thinking, and again, I always credit LeBron. He's got the highest basketball IQ I think I've ever seen. So he's 2 steps ahead. And if I can go back one sequence, what had happened when the game was on the line after the Kyle Lowry layup? They just gave him a layup a little bit earlier.
Yes.
That cut it to 2. So now somebody's going to have to shoot the 2 free throws to ice the game. And it could have been over with 19 seconds left, right? So what happens? LeBron rushes to grab the basketball to take it out of bounds, because if you're the best player on the planet, don't you want the basketball and you want to go shoot the free throws?
Well, I think the thing for him is that let's get the ball before they get an opportunity to set their defense. So let me get the ball, because here, the longer the ball sets, the better the chances are to set a defense.
But if you're that guy who makes those free throws, you just say, Kevin Love, somebody take the ball out of bounds and give it to me so I can go make the free throws and the game's going to be over, because you're going to make it a 4-point game.
You're starting a nitpick. It's almost like the doctor saved your life, but you didn't like the color scrub that he came in the operating room.
All right. Well, in this one, he is running from that free throw line, because he inbounds to Jeff Green, who has been a 61% playoff free throw shooter after he was an 87% free throw shooter during the regular season. So maybe LeBron's thinking, we'll get Jeff Green to the regular season, but he's only 14 of 23 so far in the postseason up to that point. And we all know he goes down and makes the first one, and he misses the second one, which opens the door for Anunoby to make a pull it out of your rear end 3 that ties the game and sets up the last shot. So to me, you drive the basketball and just go shoot. All you have to do is make 1 free throw. And remember, this was a good situation for LeBron, because it's not sink or swim. It's not do or die. Well, I'm just telling you.
You see what he did, Joy?
There have been times, and we'll get into this a little later in the show, when LeBron has made big shots where it was sink or swim, do or die. But this is a tie game against the woeful Toronto Raptors. Just
they're
shoot
woeful.
the free throw.
The Raptors are woeful now. A team that swept the Houston Rockets, who had the best record in basketball.
Does anybody think they had any chance to? What have you seen so far?
Vegas thought they had a chance because Vegas installed them as 6.5-point favorites in both games. Now, you love Vegas.
I saw something very differently because I called it a sweep.
But, Skip, how about this? Can we do this, Skip? We'll get to the narrative part later. Let's not do this with LeBron because I knew people were going to say this. People were going to say he made this shot. He made it in the second round over Toronto. They're not very good. And also, he made this shot. If he misses the shot, Joy, they go to overtime. So no skin off his back. Why we just can't say, you say the man was afraid to take the shot. He passed it to Kyle Korver in game 3. You said he should have taken the shot. He took it in Indiana.
All right.
He took it in Toronto.
Back to this play. So I quote Kevin Love, who says, to me, it looked like he could have gotten a little closer. So that's just to emphasize my point. Right. Just attack. Just get it in the lane. Or at least do an MJ Memorial pull-up from the free throw line and shoot a straight-up jump shot.
Right.
Or, as C.J. Miles said, that was the shot you'd want him to take in that situation because he's driving to his left and then he starts to drift from the rim. And I'm saying, just go, just attack.
Thank you.
And he drifts and he drifts and he gets deeper and he gets deeper. And all of a sudden he goes up off 1 foot hanging with his momentum going to the baseline, right?
Into the crowd.
Hanging. And he flicks it. And this is just me. I'm still not sure he was aiming at the glass because you know and I know you're running full speed, full court. It's hard to make the basketball go straight there. It's probably going to veer and tilt a little bit to the left because of your momentum.
Yes.
And he was very fortunate because it barely glanced off the glass. It just barely caught a nick of the glass because
he's going glass the whole
remember, the glass has almost disappeared. It's almost no glasses left where you're going to have to make a trick shot to even catch the very edge of the glass going that fast, that direction. And maybe he did aim it. I'm not sure. We will never know.
But see, you see now we're nitpicking whether or not he called glass. Now, Paul Pierce hit a shot very similar to this, and they asked Paul Pierce, did you call glass? He said, I called game. He won the game, but here we are, instead of saying, you know what, that was an unbelievable shot. The guy scored 16 of their 26 in the fourth quarter when they had seized momentum because we saw in game 1, when they were down 14, the Cavs clawed their way back. They got the game in overtime, and they won. Okay, the Toronto Raptors had returned the favor, got the game tied up late in the ball game. If LeBron doesn't do this, they go into overtime. It's a different ball game, Joey.
So
now
help me out here.
2-1. I want to help.
Was that not a bad shot?
That was a great shot.
Yeah, I know it went in, so it's great. I give you that. That's all I can say about it is it went in. By definition, was that not a poor shot under those conditions?
It was a shot that you want LeBron to take. But
why? Why wouldn't you want him to shoot a jump shot or some little pull?
What the hell you think that was?
That was a fall away, one-handed, 1-foot shot.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just crazy. It's like the worst shot you could take. That's why C.J. Miles said that's the shot you want him to take because it's a terrible idea.
That's my point, Skip.
You're better than that.
Yeah. Sometimes you can lay out the perfectly thought plan. You make him go left. He's falling into the crowd. He's done, and you've done everything.
You're the best player on the planet. You don't.
That's why he made the shot.
Would you admit that your man could have created a better shot? Could he have created a better shot?
Skip,
yes.
Skip.
Yes.
As Kevin Love said, it looked like he could have done, but Kevin didn't have the ball. Only the man with the ball knows what he could or could not have done. He felt very comfortable in that situation, taking that shot in that moment. But Skip, we got to stop this. Let's just give the man credit. So you know what? Sometimes a great pitcher can beat a great hitter. Sometimes the perfect defensive call is not good enough when Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady's throwing the football. As great a you can't. OG could not play this. You got the guy going left. He's going to turn around and shoot the ball with his right. As he's falling out of bounds, that momentum, he kisses it off the glass. Let's just say what an unbelievable shot. Skip, let's not break down and say he didn't call glass.
That's for blind witnesses, and I'm not a blind witness. That, for a great player, and he is obviously all-time great, was a horrendously bad idea of a shot that went in. I give you, it went in. But to me, it was as bad an idea, and I tweeted about this. You can look it up. There was a game back in November against the Clippers in Cleveland, and he tried the same thing, same circumstance, except he shot it with his left hand. if we could, I don't know if we have that, but he just dribbles to his left.
Yes.
It's the same situation, tie game. This is at home, and shoots a fall away left-handed shot. And I'm like, LeBron, just drive it. Go up. They're going to foul you. Just go make one free throw. You get 2 free throws to make one to win the game.
Guess what? He took the calls out of. You know what they say? Don't leave it until the Don't leave it up to the officials.
He
ended
dunk it. Go dunk it.
He did it one better. He did it one better. He had a 15-footer walk up because at the beginning the narrative was it wasn't a walk up, Joe. It was 3/10 left. Now it's a walk off. Good night. We'll see you next week. We'll see you on Monday, baby dinosaur.
And by the way, to your point about Game 5 against Indiana, if the goaltend had been correctly called, I believe it's highly doubtful LeBron hits that walk-off because everything changes. All of a sudden, you're down 2, you need a 3, and Indiana gets to defend only the 3.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about anything else.
Well, how about if the officials give us the ball back after C.J. Miles knocks it out of bounds?
That wasn't a point. You didn't lose points.
We lost the possession and opportunity to get points.
I'm sorry. It was a big goaltend in a crucial point. And by the way, LeBron would have been on the hook for being the lowercase goat of that game.
Well, guess what? There's a reason why big fish get away and little fish end up in your frying pan or in a sauteed dish. The big fish know how to wiggle off. That's the biggest fish. That's a trophy fish.
He
everybody go hunting trying to get that giant marlin.
Yep.
And he got away. You had him.
Yep.
You had him, Skip, and you let him get away.
I think it was already over anyway. So
you ever go deep sea fishing?
No.
They make it easy for you, Skip, because once you hook something on the line, they back the boat down, Joey. They don't make you reel him in. They back the boat down to you.
I went once, but I got too sick to even fish.
Well, he made you sick.
Yeah.
I bet he made you sicker on Saturday.
Cavaliers
no,
sweep.
no.
I did.
No.
You picked them to lose 2 games.
It's not the fact that you picked them.
By the way, you're still in trouble because I guess you're going to pick Toronto to win tonight and Game 5.
No, it's not the fact that you picked them. It's the fact that, you know what he did, Skip? He hit the game winner. That's what hurt. It's not the fact that they're going to sweep him. It hurt because he's clutch.
It was, I don't know about that. That was a degree of difficulty 10 on a scale of 10.
The Sixers are about to get swept by the Celtics, so who deserves the blame? We'll discuss that next. You got food phone out.